They say love is sweet. They say love is powerful. But sometimes, love can also be dangerous. This is not just a story, it is a warning. In a peaceful African village there lived a great king. He was wise. He was strong. He was feared by his enemies, and he was loved by his people. But the king had only one weakness, his daughter, the princess. She was 18. Her skin glowed like the morning sun. Her laughter melted even the hardest hearts. Her dance made the wind stop and listen. The king loved her deeply, perhaps too deeply. He kept her locked inside the palace. No man was allowed to come near her. No stranger was allowed to speak to her. Men are dangerous, the king would say. They will destroy you. They will use you. You belong only to the palace. The princess obeyed, but in her heart she longed for freedom. She longed to walk in the forest. She longed to feel the grass under her feet. She longed to talk to someone who was not a servant. One day she could no longer endure the loneliness, so she slipped past the guards. She stepped outside the palace walls. She entered the great forest. The forest was alive with sound. Birds sang. Monkeys jumped. The wind carried the scent of wildflowers. The princess felt free for the first time in her life. But then she saw him. A hunter. He stood tall. His bow rested on his back. His hands were rough from work. But his eyes were soft, softer than she had ever seen. He looked at her. She looked at him. And the world grew silent. The hunter bowed low. "Forgive me, princess," he said. "I did not mean to disturb your walk." The princess smiled. Her heart beat fast. She had never heard such respect from a stranger. She had never seen such kindness in a man's eyes. That day, she returned to the palace. But her thoughts did not stay there. Her thoughts stayed in the forest, with the hunter. The next day she returned, and the next, and the next. Each time they met, each time they spoke, each time they laughed, each time they came closer, love grew between them. It grew like a hidden fire. It burned in secret, but no fire stays hidden forever. One evening the princess gathered her courage. She went to her father. Her voice trembled. "Father," she said, "I have found someone I love." The king frowned. "Who is he?" The princess whispered, "He is a hunter, but he is kind, he is good, and I want to marry him." The king's face turned hard like stone. "No," he thundered, "you are a princess, you are gold, you cannot marry a poor hunter. It is beneath you." The princess fell to her knees. "Father, please. I love him." But the king's voice shook the walls. "Enough. I would rather see you dead than see you marry a hunter." Tears filled her eyes. She ran to her chambers. Her heart was broken. But love does not listen to kings. Love does not care about crowns. That night, the princess made her choice. She ran away. Not to another kingdom. Not to riches, but to the forest, to the hunter. He welcomed her with tears in his eyes. And together they built a life. Not in gold, not in silver, but in love. The hunter built a hut. A simple hut, made with his own hands. There the princess became his wife in secret. She cooked beside him. She fetched water with him. She sang with him. She laughed freely for the first time in her life. The hunter warned her one thing. "When I go hunting, I will knock 7 times when I return. Only 7. No more. No less. Never open the door unless you hear 7 knocks." The princess nodded. She trusted him. And every evening she counted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Her heart leapt. She opened, and they embraced. But the village soon began to notice. The hunter no longer brought back as much meat. He often returned late, and sometimes he came back smiling to himself. Whispers began. "Something is wrong with him. Where does he go every night? What is he hiding?" The hunter's younger brother grew curious. His heart was weak. Jealousy poisoned him. One night he followed the hunter, quietly, like a shadow, and then he saw it. The hut, the fire, and inside the princess. He gasped. He ran back to the village. He told the elders. He told the men. He told everyone. The villagers were shocked. The elders shook their heads. "This is shameful," they said. "The daughter of a king living with a poor hunter. This cannot be allowed." Some said the hunter had bewitched her. Others said the princess had lost her mind. But none of them believed in love. So they made a plan. They told the younger brother, "Lead us to the hut." And he agreed. The next day, when the hunter went far into the forest, they marched. With sticks, with stones, with anger. The princess sat inside, humming a song. She felt safe. She felt loved. Then came the sound. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Her heart leapt. She smiled. She rushed to the door. She opened, but it was not her hunter. It was the villagers. Their eyes burned with judgment. Their hands carried weapons. The princess gasped. "Where is my hunter?" she cried. But they gave no answer. They dragged her out. Her screams shook the trees. Her tears watered the ground. She cried, "Please, leave me. I love him. He is my husband." But they did not listen. They called her cursed. They called her foolish. And in their anger they ended her life beneath the very trees that once sheltered her love. The forest grew silent. The birds fled. The wind stopped. Her laughter was gone forever. The hunter returned that evening. He carried fresh meat in his hands. He whistled as he walked. He dreamed of her smile. He reached the hut. He knocked 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But no answer. He knocked again. Still no answer. He pushed the door. The hut was empty. Her wrapper lay on the ground. The fire was cold. Fear gripped him. He ran into the forest. He called her name. "Princess, my love." But only silence answered. Then he saw it. Blood on the ground. Marks of struggle. And he knew. He fell to his knees. He cried to the sky. "Nuo." The villagers stepped out from the shadows. Their faces were hard, but their hearts were guilty. The hunter looked at them. "You have killed her," he whispered. "She was my life. She was my soul. She was my wife." Tears ran down his face. But then he said words that chilled them all. "When I die, bury me with her. Place us in one grave. For in 7 days a tree will grow. A coconut tree. Its shell will be my skin. Its flesh will be hers. And when you eat from it, you will remember, love is greater than your hatred." At night, the hunter lay beside her body, and in grief, he closed his eyes. Forever. The villagers buried them together, side by side. One grave, one love. On the first day, the earth was still. On the second day, a sprout appeared. On the third day, leaves grew. By the 7th day, a tall coconut tree stood. The villagers trembled. The elders whispered, "His words have come true." The king himself came. He touched the tree. Tears rolled down his cheeks. "My daughter, forgive me." The people plucked the coconuts. They broke them open. They ate, and it was sweet. Sweeter than anything they had ever tasted. From that day, the tree was never cut. It became a symbol, a lesson, a story told for generations. And the people finally learned. Love cannot be killed with sticks. It cannot be buried with anger. It cannot be silenced with shame. Love is stronger than pride. Love is greater than wealth. And love is a gift that should never be destroyed. And even today, when the wind blows through the forest, people say the tree whispers their names. Never judge love by riches or poverty. True love is a treasure greater than gold. When we destroy love, we destroy ourselves, but when we honor it, even death cannot kill it.